Now you're in the state that allows gay marriage, which is very unique from other states. We have Vermont, they have civil unions. We have other places that accept domestic partners.
Yes.
But Massachusetts is very unique for that. What is that like, I guess?
I just have to put a plug. I transferred to Suffolk University 2.5 years ago now from the state of Washington. And I've been waiting any day now. It's been over 12 months since there was the argument before the Supreme Court, so I'm hoping Washington will be number 2.
Oh.
But, I'd like that, my old home and my new home. That'd be wonderful. But as far as being in Massachusetts, I think that it goes a long way to showing that Massachusetts is really a safe place to be, by and large. There's always issues, there's always going to be issues, but that, it's really hard to find a place in the United States, especially in Boston itself, that you're going to be more safe and more comfortable being who you are and find more people who are supportive of you. I know that's been a huge issue for a lot of people who have transferred, and there's been an influx of people who have transferred to colleges in Massachusetts or are going to colleges in Massachusetts for the first time simply because of this reason.
Oh, wow.
Because they, come and say, well, I wanted to go somewhere in Massachusetts and I transferred in, this year or, this semester because I knew I'd feel safe here.
So people
I knew I'd have a chance to really build a life here.
You know people who actually said that. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's just awesome. I was so excited.
People thinking about finding their college sweetheart and getting married.
Yeah.
That's cute.
It's wonderful. One of the things is because there is so much going on here, and Suffolk University is right behind the State House. Whenever anything's going on, you walk down the street and you can get involved in talking to the state representatives, state senators. In May, there's going to be the next, question of the ballot being added to 2000. The ballot being added to the 2008. The issue being added to the 2008 ballot in regards to whether or not Massachusetts will, pass a constitutional convention. Pass a constitutional amendment limiting marriage to one man and one woman. And there's only a need for 50 votes on that. So I suspect in May you're going to see a lot of people from the area who go to Suffolk University who are going to, see what's going on right there as you're walking to school every day. And there's a lot of opportunity for dialogue. There's a lot of opportunity to talk to people. And there's a lot of opportunity to, talk to people who are going to make a difference because we're right here and you can, take a half an hour, have them during one of our scheduled meeting times. If we say, well, we're not going to have a regular meeting, we're going to meet here and then we're going to walk over to the State House and we're going to go talk to all our representatives. And that's a great opportunity to make an impact. It's really important.
It's really convenient to have the school. I mean, literally, it's right behind the State House. Well, obviously, your Governor Mitt Romney has been a very controversial figure. He's been in the news trying to block the ability for same-sex couples to get married and whatnot. What exactly do I want to ask here? Has anyone here felt the impact, I guess, of that? I mean, has there been any sort of protest, or has there have people here stood up and protested Mitt Romney, I guess?
Well, 2 years ago there was Mitt Romney was selected as the commencement speaker for graduation at Suffolk University, and this didn't go over too well since this was
that was the year.
That was the year. This was a few months after same-sex marriage was legal in Massachusetts, became legal in Massachusetts. So his vocal opposition to the basic rights of members of Suffolk University, which has in its non-discrimination policy that people with different sexual orientations will not be discriminated against here. It was a big uproar. There were a lot of students and faculty and staff who organized protests against him. We had petitions going around where we gathered over 1,000 student, faculty, and staff signatures that we presented to the president of the university, asking that that the selection of Romney be, that Mitt Romney not serve as the commencement speaker for the graduation ceremonies. It was unsuccessful because it was a done deal, effectively, well before word came out that he was going to be the commencement speaker. Decision had been made several months prior, when no one knew that this was going to be an issue. But out of that, the President's Commission on LGBT Issues was formed. As the president of the university said, well, there's nothing I can do at this point, but I want to make sure that we have this information for the future so that something like this doesn't happen again. And I think it's safe to say that Mitt Romney isn't very well, how to put it, he isn't a favorite of many of the students, faculty, and staff here at Suffolk University. He's, his stances are very opposed to the mission statement of Suffolk University as an institution of higher learning.